Today we're drafting the pattern for this beautiful, modern and elegant hanbok blouse that stands out with traditional beauty and modern elegance. You'll turn heads wherever you go, and honestly, impress everyone around you. Make sure to watch the video until the end to get the size chart that has your actual body measurements. It will help you determine your size, which ranges from size 36 to 56. Here is the template for the blouse. I'm using size 38 as an example. It includes the front, back, and the sleeve. We'll draft step by step, so just follow along with your size. Let's go ahead and do that, shall we? For this project, you'll need craft paper, a ruler, scissors, a French curve marker, pens, a tracing wheel, a tape measure, and sellotape to secure the paper on the table. Let's dive into the creativity of this technique. Step 1 is drawing the basic framework. I'm starting with the center front point, and I'm leaving around 15 centimeters allowance. This is for the collar. Start by marking a vertical line for the center front, and then mark the blouse length. After that, marking a horizontal line at the top, this is the shoulder line. Mark the bust measurements on it and on the waistline too. If today is your first time watching any of my videos, or perhaps you've watched one or two and are not yet subscribed, all that you need to do is press that subscribe button down below, and by doing that, you've joined our family. And also feel free to share some feedback, by pressing the like button. That is also feedback enough. Once these points are marked, join the line to form a rectangle. Step 2, creating the shoulder and the neckline. Neck width, measure across from the center front. Mark the shoulder width from the neckline point. Mark the shoulder slope and draw the new shoulder width line. From the shoulder width line, draw a vertical line to the upper bust. This is your armhole depth. Connect the dots. Always make sure you have a 90-degree corner while drafting your pattern. Extend the center line for the overlap. Extend the back collar measurements and shape the collar. On the armhole depth, find the center and mark 1.5 centimeters inwards. Shape the sleeve. On the waistline, mark 2 centimeters inward and draw the new line. Cut the collar and add 1 centimeter seam allowance. Now, for the type of fabric to buy. For a hanbok blouse, consider these fabrics. There are options for beginners and more advanced choices for intermediates, so you'll find something that works for you, whether you're just starting out or have a bit of experience. For beginners, start simple and sew smart. Cotton poplin or cotton satin is a great option if you're still building confidence with sewing. It's crisp, easy to cut, doesn't shift around, and gives the blouse a slightly more structured look. Just choose a lightweight version for better drape. Rayon Twill or Rayon Challis is also a lovely choice. Rayon is soft, breathable, and drapes beautifully. It feels like a natural fabric, but with more flow. It does move a bit more than cotton, but it's still beginner-friendly with a little patience. For confident beginners to intermediate sewists, Polyester Crepe is fantastic. Polyester Crepe has a lovely texture and flow. It's easier to manage than silk, holds the shape of the blouse well, and is wrinkle-resistant, perfect for those who want an elegant look without the fuss. Lightweight Tencel, or Lyocell, is also a wonderful option. Tencel is eco-friendly, breathable, and super soft. It gives that high-end drape while still being easier to work with than silk. Great for a blouse that looks and feels luxurious. Now, for intermediates looking to level up, silk crepe de chine is a beautiful choice. This fabric is lightweight, flowy, and has a beautiful matte sheen. It feels amazing to wear, but it can be a bit slippery when cutting and sewing, so take your time and use fine pins or fabric weights. Silk satin or charmeuse is perfect if you're going for a dressier version. It gives the blouse a soft shine and fluid movement, but it does require extra care while sewing. It's perfect for a more advanced project. Oh, and here's a bonus tip. If your fabric is slippery or frays a lot, use a lightweight fusible interfacing or tissue paper when cutting, and always test on a scrap first. Add seam, 1 centimeter seam allowance all around. This is the front. You should cut 2 on the fabric. 3 centimeters on the hem at the waist. On the neck depth, we will add an extra piece of paper so that we can add a 1 centimeter seam allowance for attaching the collar. This is an example of a finished hanbok blouse made. This is how to wear it with inner strings and outer strings. Alright, let's draft the back. So first, start with the baseline and mark where you'll draw the center back. And don't forget to mark the blouse length. On both the baseline and the waist, mark 1/4 of your bust measurements. Then mark the blouse length again and draw a rectangle. From the center back, mark your neck width. And then mark the neck depth for the back. Now shape the back neck. Next, mark the shoulder width from the neckline point. After that, mark the shoulder slope. Go ahead and draw the new shoulder width line. Now from the shoulder width line, draw a vertical line down to the upper bust. From this new shoulder width, draw a line vertically. This will be your armhole depth. Mark the bust point all the way down to the waistline. At the waist, mark a 2 centimeter dart. So, mark 2 centimeters at the waist. Then, at the armhole depth line, find the center and mark 0.5 centimeters inwards for the curve. And finally, add seam allowance all around. All right, let's talk about sleeve construction. First, you want to start with a baseline. Draw a vertical line as long as your sleeve length and then mark on both sides. Next, find the center of the block and draw a line right in the middle. Mark the cap height and draw the slanted lines on both sides. On those lines, divide them by 4 each and mark the front and back sides. Then, use the template to draft your size. I like to share my patterns this way since you can mix and match measurements to your custom fit. So, for example, if your bust is size 38 but your hips are 42, you can create a pattern that fits your unique body shape perfectly. It's cost-effective and convenient, honestly. Forget about needing special tools or equipment. All you need is a ruler, a pencil, and some pattern paper to get your free pattern. This method is so accessible and convenient. And don't forget to add some allowance around the edges. just to make sure both sides are equal and straight. I actually used this sleeve to sew a hanbok blouse for myself, which was really lovely. My advice, if you're ever unsure about the fit or which size suits you best, always start by cutting your pattern on muslin. This really allows you to test the fit, make adjustments if necessary, and see how the garment looks before you cut into your expensive fabric. So, whether you're sewing your very first blouse or upgrading your wardrobe with something elegant, there's honestly a fabric for every level. Let me know in the comments, what fabric would you try first? If you'd like a tutorial of sewing one of those patterns, just let me know in the comments and I'll make it happen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, happy drafting and enjoy your free pattern.